Imagine you've just closed on your dream home. It's a gorgeous 6-bedroom colonial at 657 Boulevard in one of the safest towns in New Jersey. You haven't even moved your furniture in yet, but you're already there, checking the mail, thinking about the life your 3 young children are going to have in this beautiful space. But as you flip through the envelopes, you find a plain white one. No return address. Inside is a typewritten letter that starts off welcoming you to the neighborhood, but then the tone shifts. The writer tells you that their family has been watching this specific house for decades. They know about your renovations, they know about your children, and they refer to your kids as new blood. You look around the empty, quiet street, and suddenly you realize you aren't alone. Someone is watching, and they've been waiting for you. To respect the privacy of the individuals involved in this case, the likenesses of the characters shown in this video have been modified. While the names and events are based on true documented accounts, the visuals serve as a dramatic representation of the story. This is 3 AM Stories. Stay with us. In June 2014, Derek and Maria Broaddus thought they had made it. They spent $1.3 million on 657 Boulevard in Westfield, New Jersey. This wasn't just a house, it was a milestone. But before they could even spend their first night there, the letters started coming. The first letter was chilling. The writer, who signed themselves as the Watcher, claimed that 657 Boulevard had been the subject of their family for generations. First their grandfather in the 1920s, then their father in the 1960s, and now it was their turn. The Watcher didn't just want to say hello, they were obsessed. They wrote, 657 Boulevard is my job, my life, my obsession, and now you are too. Have a happy moving-in day. You know I will be watching. As the weeks went by, the letters became more frequent and much more disturbing. The Watcher seemed to know the intimate details of the house's layout and the specific renovations the Broadduses were doing. The most terrifying part, though, was the focus on the children. The Watcher asked, "Who has the bedrooms facing the street? I will know as soon as you move in. It will help me to know who is in which bedroom. Then I can plan better." They even mocked the family's greed for buying such a large home. Derek and Maria were terrified. They went to the Westfield police, who initially looked at the neighbors, the Langfords, who'd lived next door for a long time, but there was zero evidence linking them to the letters. The family hired private investigators. They even brought in former FBI agents. They found DNA on one of the envelopes that suggested the sender might be a woman, but it didn't match anyone they tested. The dream had officially become a nightmare. The Broadduses were paying a massive mortgage on a house they were too afraid to live in. To make matters worse, the community started to turn on them. Since the Watcher hadn't been caught, some neighbors began speculating that the whole thing was a hoax, that the Broadduses were just trying to get out of a house they couldn't afford. But the letters were real. They were described as well-written and literary, though filled with strange typographical errors that suggested the writer was at best erratic. Finally, in 2019, after 5 years of living in a state of constant fear and legal battles, the Broadduses gave up. They sold 657 Boulevard for $959,000, taking a loss of over $400,000 just to be rid of it. The most unsettling part of this story? The new family that moved in hasn't received a single letter. It's as if once the Broadduses were gone, the Watcher simply stopped. To this day, no one knows who the Watcher is. No charges have ever been filed. Someone out there in that quiet, upscale New Jersey neighborhood was, and perhaps still is, keeping a very close eye on 657 Boulevard. This has been 3 AM Stories.